opening night of NFL football. As you can see, I'm representing the Ravens with the purple on the back. Paul was late, so he didn't bring his anticipated but not worn Kansas City jersey. I thought we were going to have the rivalry on the
Well,
on the
now
home
I got
theater
it.
hub.
It's right here. It's in the theater room. I'm
Okay, you got to go get it. So, welcome everyone to the 42nd, 41st,
Yep.
41st edition of the home theater hub.
42nd.
42nd? I don't know.
Yes.
I'm losing track. I'm getting old. Watching the game, just watched Lamar fumble on the freaking 10-yard line. But yeah, so we got a little bit to cover today. There it is. There he is with the Chiefs. Look, I respect the Chiefs. They do have a good team. They I can't say that, can't talk that much about them. I do like Patrick Mahomes, but I just don't like facing them every year. So
So, are you getting a whooping tonight or
You,
what?
nah, man, it's
you're a
10-7.
you're
Baltimore's
you're
moving the
you're
ball.
just a
Oh,
you're just a
okay.
Taylor fan. That's all. That's all it really is.
I'm a Tay Tay fan.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. What are we drinking tonight?
This is actually a new one. Oh shoot, that one's tight fit, so I'm not gonna. Let's see here. It's a new crooked stave
Sour
sour,
Rose. You love
which
all those fruity beers.
I
I
know,
was looking.
man.
I was looking online today, and because we did, it's called. I don't know if you guys have that where you live, but it's called Instacart.
Yep.
Basically, they do like
You can order online and deliver to
grocery
you.
delivery and stuff
Yep.
like that. Well, the supermarket or grocery store in my area, they sell beer here. Not a lot of places allow beer and wine sales, but in the supermarkets, but mine does. And they had that gummy beer, buy one get one free for like an 18-pack. So I think I'm going to try that out. They got
the half gummy is a
yeah,
it's that one's actually better than the full gummy. It's a
okay,
little tropical, but it's 6.5% is why they call it half.
okay,
The other
yeah,
one's
because
a
I think
nine.
the other one's like 9 something, right?
Yeah, 9.2 or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty stout.
Sorry, I'm
But
watching Lamar take off. Um,
yeah,
no, so we got a little bit to talk about, a little bit of announcements coming out of CEDIA today, right? So,
Yeah. Let's not
yeah.
even
got
talk about CD. I'm bummed I couldn't make it, man.
Oh, you could have made it. You would have just hated the repercussions.
I know, right? I agree. That is a perfect response. I would have hated the repercussions, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Hey, you got to choose your battles, man. You got to choose your battles.
yep,
Yep.
yep, yeah.
I tell
I
you,
wanted to go
they
too, but my wife started a new position. Kid just starting kindergarten, just not the right time, unfortunately. Maybe next year. I may choose to go to CEDIA instead of M Wave. I may choose to go to Audio Advice Live instead of M Wave. I'm not sure. If I can make both, I'll definitely. I want to do something different, though. You know what I mean?
N-
So
You know, I do have a question about that. Does anybody know? Because anybody in the community obviously knows that Michael has joined another venture, and I just don't think he has time to do both.
correct.
Um, so I don't know. Is Ryan going to rename it, or is he? Do we know
Nope.
for sure?
Still M Wave. I listened to their show Sunday night, or I missed the beginning, but so I listened to the replay. It's on Jonathan Van, and I'm going to butcher his name, but Jonathan Van something is the channel. It's on his channel. Ryan and him continue with the AV experience every Sunday night, and they still answer questions and everything else like that. Love to have them come on the show one day too. But yeah, from my understanding, they are trying from the last bit of talk on their show. they were talking about getting back to the grassroots, right? The comparisons and stuff like that. They wanted to really focus in on, what really started, the Kansas City group and
Yep.
comparing projectors and this and that and everything else like that. So, but yeah, that was on the last show. So be sure to go over there and check it out.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen the last one. I've been all kinds of stuff. I'm on call this week, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean the name fits right with the show, right? Both in geography and just in So I don't see any reason why one would change that. So, I'm glad
yeah.
it's continuing. So if
Yeah,
I'm
me
able
too.
to, I'll be there next year too. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
be there. Someone's got to do the beer tour. I mean the tours.
the crawl, yeah,
Yeah.
the subwoofer
Someone's
crawls.
got to do
Somebody
the
has
crawl. You know.
Yeah, I'll probably go if I do go. I'll probably go more for the camaraderie. This time. Just to hang out and stuff like that.
enjoy the show. Yep.
So here's a channel here, Jonathan Von England. So if you want to share that, so they're doing some good things over there still. You know, they're talking about stacking two Epson projectors on a 200-inch screen.
Yeah.
Uh, so it's a lot of good educational stuff on Jonathan's channel. Really is. So make sure you guys go over there and check out his channel. Give him a sub if you haven't already. All right. So, Ike, how was your week, sir?
Yeah, good, busy. Nothing on the home theater front. Let's see. Yeah, nothing. I'm working on a review of some speakers behind. I should hopefully get that out this weekend or early next week. Let's see what else. I'm finally replacing the remaining pair of my Atmos speakers and switching them all to the what's it called again, the RSLs
Oh, the
on the
RSL. So
ceiling.
you bought them or you got them in for review?
No, I bought them. I
Oh,
probably shouldn't
nice.
have said that because my wife is watching. But yeah,
My bad.
you
Didn't
caught
mean
me
to.
on guard.
No, gosh, man, where's the bro code?
Where,
What
where's
happened?
that where where's the dump button? I'm sorry.
With the rewind button. but but yeah, they're coming in
But
tomorrow.
they're in
So
it. They're good speakers, but they're inexpensive too,
yeah,
right?
they're
So
very inexpensive. And they actually had them on. I believe they had them on sale for Labor Day.
right.
Yeah,
Hey,
so yeah, that's I was like, okay, you know what?
they usually do a really good sale on those too.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like okay,
yeah,
time to just replace everything and
yeah. So I I had Saturday I worked in the morning. Came home and was extremely tired. Are you ahead of me? You must. Oh no, yeah, you're ahead of me. Damn, he just escaped the sack. Um. So, but yeah, I had Paul made a clap, so he must be ahead of me a play or so. But
Big one.
I had to Saturday I had to work. I planned on working in the theater this week. Sunday I had to do a baby shower for my at my sister-in-law, and then I actually did get to work in the theater Monday. So I did get started drywalling in some of the speaker cubbies, I guess I'm going to call it, to where
yeah,
the
we got some update photos, right?
yeah, I put those up there on the community tab for Horizon Home Theater. Was just doing some test fitting after I put it in there, because I wanted to do 2 layers of drywall on all four sides. But if I did that, I know that if I put a bigger speaker in there or something like that, it may not fit. So I just left the top with 1 layer of 5/8, but the sides and the bottom all all are let's see all are let me pull this up here. Share screen. So yeah, so That's what we're looking at there. So I just put one layer of drywall on the top. There, it's heavily
So you guys are
insulated with
just gonna
that.
ignore the comment on the screen and just act like you didn't see it.
Oh, I didn't see it. I'm looking here. What did it say? Disappointing that you guys are Ravens and Chief fan. Hey man, we got to support the opening game here, right? Right. We're just
Ah,
supporting the NFL right now. But no, I grew up in Baltimore, so I left there in 2000. So but diehard Ravens fan. So but yeah, this was something that I worked on. I got almost one whole side of the wall done. So I need to the only thing I need to do now on that side of the wall is actually fill in the where the window is going to go. I just have framing between the window and the 9-inch gap between the wall. So I just need to fill that in, and that whole wall will be done. And then I literally have 3 pieces of drywall to hang on the back. I've just been procrastinating on that because there's cutouts for speaker boxes across the whole back, back surround, center surround, and then back right surround, and then down the bottom there's like three or four electrical plugs plus subwoofer cable runs and all that stuff. So it's come down to where that's the last thing left on the drywall. So I have to do it now.
so
uh,
for that cubby you have this, are you just gonna pack it up with insulation or
Yeah, so it's all going to be covered by fabric, right? So I'm
yeah?
probably going to stuff, like you said, either insulation or that rigid foam that that people hang on their wall and stuff like that. It's going to be
Yeah, yeah,
some kind of some so just so that and the speaker sticks out past that cubby,
yeah.
right? So there's the only thing is that with the Martin Logans, they're actually rear ported, right? So
Oh,
I'm
so you
I
need some space at the back. Yeah.
Well, not really because I plan on crossing them over at 80 hertz
80.
anyway,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to just plug. I'm just going to plug them. I'm going to plug them like other speakers have. That you can plug them. So, I've talked to a couple different home theater designers that actually have used rear ported bookshelves and stuff like that. They should said it should be fine. So I reached out to Martin Logan. They didn't suggest it, but they didn't say that it was going to cause. They didn't say that it would cause any harm to the speaker either. So, long as I'm crossing them over at a good point, um, I feel it should be fine. What are your thoughts on that, Paul? You have any thoughts on me plugging the rear port?
I wouldn't even bother plugging the rear port if you're putting insulation around it. If the speakers, you know, it, if it's going to cause any cancellations or issues with that, you're kind of negating it because you're blocking the sound by stuffing all that insulation in there. And
Okay.
if you're crossing it over,
Yeah,
it's
might as well
not
just leave it, right? Yeah.
gonna mess with it that much. I mean, it's still gonna make that sound, and if the speaker is designed as ported, the driver and the spider have a specific, I'll call it spring or elasticity or structure to it to perform all the actions and sounds with that amount of free flowing air. Now, does it really do anything? Nah, not really. You could plug it and you'd be fine, to be honest. But the
Yeah.
speaker is designed to handle all of the frequencies that it produces
Oh, the
with the.
good news is when I build it, I'm going to make it accessible, whether I use like heavy Velcro or something like
I've
that.
done exactly that just to just to mentally say, hey, there's no way that this frequency is going to be amplified, you know, and
Right.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I,
generally, what can happen is it can, like if a speaker's tuned at 18 and you plug the 18 hertz port, it crosses over even higher. You're not just losing the 18, you're losing up to 25 if you would. So if it's if it's um, and also the other thing, which is the only real possibility, right? A lot of ported designs um, are not just for the tune. That's also where the heat and the air escapes for the actual uh, driver components themselves. So, but if you're crossing it over, you're not really going to be taxing it really enough to where that even matters. So
Yeah.
that would be the only fear. If you had like a giant, like if you had a speaker that's just, a monster, and it goes down to like 20 hertz and you plug a porthole that's tuned at 18, well, you could be overheating the coil.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
possible because, hey, that coil is producing heat. Now, with today's components, honestly, again, I would never worry about it. But if you just wanted to talk about the science and the possibilities, but in reality, unless you're driving,
I think that cubby looks wide enough too. I think there's plenty of space from what I'm looking at.
And I actually thought about
it's more of like the inside, like, right, you can take a like stereo, right? And it says, hey, leave 6 inches behind airspace gap for airflow, right? Even when you do that, you can feel a noticeable difference if you put a receiver in a 6-inch by 6-inch extra space than if it's just sitting in the open. You can physically tell, oh yeah, this is capturing heat. That's just basic physics. There's no place for air to flow out of. So, and air by nature, will cause some sort of cooling. Again, this is all pseudo BS. This isn't, some people, may, oh, you need to buy this speaker because it has especially cool bullshit. Reality with the way things are, it really doesn't matter. But
see, when I originally bought these
speakers,
speakers,
some of the possibilities, but they're not going to tell you to do it because they're like, I don't want to warranty it if for some reason that thing overheats or the coil burns up or something. And well, what? How'd you have them? Blah 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 blah. It's like, oh, I plugged the porthole. Oh, well, oh, that's why our speaker, blew up. No.
Yeah. Now, so my original plan when I bought these speakers, my original plan was to have the speakers kind of just mounted to the wall, and then to where you can see all the speakers. And then I decided somewhere along the line after I purchased them that, hey, I want to cover all the speakers. I don't want to see them. So that's what led to the design here of the cubby, right? So I've seen people. I mean, they're a bookshelf, right? They're meant to be inside of like on a shelf, right?
Yeah.
So they're designed for that. Whether or not I plug them or not, I'm going to test it both ways, obviously. And I actually thought about putting another piece of board or plywood or something like that, and extend it out just a little bit further to where it'll be, it'll come out like another inch or two, and that way I can pull the speaker out even more if I want to, if I need to. So
how many inches would there be? How much space would you have between the wall and the fabric?
So right now, to the back wall, to the edge of the front of that lip is 10 and a quarter inches right now. So the speaker fits in there and it hangs off. You can see it hangs off just a little bit. So it does hang off just a tiny bit on there. But I plan on putting 4 inches of on the wall. I plan on putting 4-inch panels and stuff like that. So at least a minimum of 2 inches. But the plan was to do a 4-inch panels all around, of fabric. So it's literally going to come off the wall 4 inches. I plan on putting diffusion and uh, and absorption behind the fabric. So it'll be a total of 4 inches off of that wall. So and CBIG said that it was going to be tight on the top and bottom. That particular speaker, once I add the corner bead, that particular speaker actually angles down in the back. So it'll slide in there a little bit. It'll still slide in there pretty easily. There's a good bit of gap on there on the top. But yeah, I wanted to try to stick with the 2 layers of drywall as most as I could. That back wall is actually block. I guess it didn't matter, to be honest with you, because the back wall is actually the back of the wall is actually on the exterior of the house is block. So I just didn't want it resonating through the wall. Any sounds resonating through the walls, through the it's kind of like a false wall, almost 9 inches off of the block wall. So I just didn't want anything resonating there. So
Yeah,
but
that looks good.
that's the portion of my theater room that's not to the soundproofed portion that I would like. Because I'm exposed all the way to the cement to the block wall now. Instead of putting drywall straight across, 2 layers of drywall straight across, insulation in the back, and then just mounting the speaker to a stud on the outside, which would then give me, the full soundproofing or sound reducing by using the drywall and the green glue and stuff like that. So, but these speakers aren't going to be playing entirely loud, but I will be having, the bass waves will be hitting this, so I'll have to see how it does and decide if there'll be any changes later on down the road. So, because I can always put an in wall there too. So it'd be real easy to change the framing right there. Just undo those couple pieces of drywall, change the framing, put an in wall.
Yeah.
So, or just drywall over it and and put an in wall, cut out a spot for an in wall. So,
Hey,
and then just
you're
tough
making progress, man. It looks like the theater might be coming this year, man.
it. Yeah, I'm hoping sooner than this year, but yeah, I would love to have it done by, you know,
Fall of 2024.
yeah, yeah,
The
okay,
Horizon Home Theater.
I plan on trying to work a little bit again this weekend too. So I'm gonna work Saturday and Sunday. Try to get that done. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments if you want to watch me hang drywall. I mean, I watch it, so maybe you guys would want to see it too. I don't know. I more or less watch them do the mudding and stuff like that than just screwing drywall up. It amazes me how fast they do it as a crew, though. I mean, they're cutting and on YouTube and stuff. They're cutting and slapping it up there. It's crazy how fast they get it done.
Yeah.
So, Paul, you said you're on call this weekend. How's that been going?
Oh well, it was good until about an hour ago. Had a brief outage. We just routed everything over to another network, so I'll work on it tomorrow.
I hear you. I hear you. So let's get a little bit into CEDIA here. Couple of new announcements. I don't know if you guys saw or not. I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna give audio advice a little bit of exposure here. I'm not a Sony dealer, so I'll give audio advice a little bit of exposure here. Let's see here. Share screen. So, following the names of the TV, the Sony announced 2 new projectors, the Bravia 9 and projector, and the Bravia Projector 8. So those 2 were just recently announced. I haven't had a chance to look at any of the specs yet, to be honest with you. So we're going to do this kind of on the fly here. But as you can see, the Bravia Projector 9 topping out at $32,000, which is $6,000 higher than the JVC. So let's see what it's going to do here. Let's see what they say. They said there's 0% financing if you want. You notice that's right at the top there, 0%.
Yeah, that's a must, right? Like, good God.
So the lumens, 3,400 lumens compared to the JVC, which I believe is 3,500 lumens.
Now, is that ANSI lumens? What's the lumens? What are they?
Let's see, the NZ9. Let me see, where is it at? NZ9. Where are you at? RS232. I'm trying to get a comparison here. I thought the NZ9 was 3,500 lumens, but I'm trying to look on another page here.
I thought it was 25, 27, and then I think there was like 2,900 or something like that. But they're
3,300 NZ900. Is that what the newest one is?
9. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The 900.
That's the one they had at is that the one they had? Is that the one they had at M-Wave, the NZ900?
They had a couple different ones.
Yeah, so that one's 3,300 lumens. So the SONY is 100 more lumens.
That's not even noticeable. But the question is, who ANSI, because is it, only white, or is it, RGB at 3,400? That's the big question on that. That always, by the time you calibrate it, is it down to 2,300?
New wide dynamic range optics that achieve 95% DCI P3. Wide color gamut and up to 3,400 lumens of brightness. So is that going to be a glass lens? Because I know Sony uses a lot, or most of the Sonys use a lot of plastics in their lenses too. So let's see.
So our buddy Sammy already reviewed the projectors. I'll just put a link. It's probably, I think his review will probably give us quicker information than the website.
So we got laser dimming. Looks like they worked on the blackness, the black, the black floor, black levels. Look, I gotta admit, I do love the colors in the Sony. It does. I think that the color, the saturation is better, and maybe even the sharpness is a little bit better. But the black floors and the contrast of the JVC is what just has me going JVC. So I wonder if this is going to have tone mapping in it.
Oh, it has to have some sort of. I don't know if it's going to be dynamic or not, but that's the thing that I don't know about the new Epson is like, is it going to be any kind, or is it just going to be, oh, we measured the max, okay, we're going to set it for this.
It has dynamic tone mapping. What do they call it? The XR dynamic tone mapping. XR deep blacks. Pull up that link I put in the chat, Don. That's Sammy's review. He basically just outlines the features and what it covers and talks about the pros and the cons. And
No 3D support. Oh, that sucks for a projector. Gotta have 3D support on a projector, man. All
Anything
right.
with anything with 3D and it died a couple years ago. Oro 3D, LED. Yeah.
You could have at least started with a projector 3D. Straight R. Yeah, that's catching
Just
a stray, man.
saying,
It's like
there's a
Aura
commonality.
3D just caught a stray for no reason.
Yeah. Just
they
3D.
were
Anything with
working
the word
on
3D and it just consider it dead. Yeah.
they,
Oh
they were
man.
working on I thought they were working on doing stuff like for sound bars and Oro 3D, but I don't know. Let's see here. So, there you go. 3,372 ANSI lumens.
There you go. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
That means it'll probably calibrate down to 2700, which is pretty darn bright.
Yeah.
you know, especially if it has a high contrast.
So this one has a 2.1 also.
So it's only 200 lumens increase from the previous model, the 7000 ES series,
Right.
because that was 3200.
Okay, so it is a glass lens. Okay, so that was what I was worried about. I mean, for $31,000, it should be a glass lens,
Are
right?
you sharing what you're looking at? Because we don't see it.
Yeah,
It's,
I shared
No, you
Sammy's
didn't.
thing here. All right, let me
Now we
stop
see it.
sharing. Let me go back again. Sorry. Uh, share. Where's it at?
Yeah, I think if I'm paying $31,000, I don't care if 3D is dead. Just give it back. Just give it to me, man. Let me choose if I want to use it or not.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry about
Especially
that.
for $31,000 with zero
yeah.
financing up front.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's where it said 30, 32, 33 ANSI lumens.
3372. Huh? You
Yeah.
shortchanged them.
So it's supporting 2.1 with full 48 gigabits bandwidth, which is good. Uh, the lens right here is a 13 element 70 millimeter, which is I think that's about the same size as the JVC lesser models. The NZ900 has 100 millimeter on it, I believe.
70 millimeters. That's not that big. That's not no. I'm pretty sure the JVCs have much larger.
I think the smaller the like the NZ8 has a 60 millimeter, and the bigger one has a 100 millimeter lens. The $25,000 one.
Hmm.
I think, if I'm not, I will look at it in a minute because we have
Yeah.
some other announcements too. So I mean, I wonder what the motion is like on this because I do like I'm a Sony TV guy. I do like Sony for the TVs. It looks like there is an IMAX enhanced mode, which is nice. So you got motion flow. Let's see.
Man, they should have updated that remote, man. That
Yeah.
remote, that is the one remote that I never had to look for because it was so big. Your kids couldn't hide it anywhere. It was, I
That's
never
just,
had, I never had to look for the Sonic projector remote, man. Every other remote I had to look for. That one, nah. You could just leave it sit on the couch and the kids wouldn't even mess with it.
They don't want to pick it up. It's like, man, that looks too heavy.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that thing is
so that was
bulky.
one model, and then they have the Bravia 8 also. The Bravia 8 is listing for share this tab for 16,000.
16,000. All right, we're getting
For
into
16,000.
cheap territory, man.
And as you can see, as low as 0% financing with your Sony membership card.
Oh, with the Sony membership. Oh, so you got to pay a a $20,000 membership fee?
It's like your Amex card, right? You gotta
Mhm.
pay your $1,500 fees every year to keep the card. No, so
Yeah.
this one's got 2,700 lumens. Still's got the same 3840 by the 2160.
Ooh.
Let's see what some of the features of this one is.
Still the same processor. Yep. The XR.
Yeah, still the same
Same
processor.
live color.
Picture quality. Oh, let me go to specifications here.
Hey, CB, it's time for an upgrade, man.
No, he's going with the other projector. I'm sure you're going to announce. That's Big's next upgrade.
So 120 frames per second, 4K on this one also. So let's see. XRD blacks. So interesting to see what how this actually looks. So I don't know if anybody can see them at CEDIA or not, right? To see how they actually compare.
Well, and to be honest, you'd have to compare it next to a Sony to even notice a difference, to be honest.
Yeah, you mean the JVC next to a Sony?
Or
Yeah.
JVC next to a Sony.
Yeah, so that's one announcement. Kind of excited to see that. And then we had more announcements. If you haven't heard, JVC is actually upgrading the NX series now. So the NX7 with a laser now. So the NX7 that was so sought after, and I mean, it was a fantastic projector for the price. I mean, just a really good price. And actually, this particular projector is still a good price. On, let's see here, JVC. I am a dealer for JVC also, but I'll give audio advice some.
So you say they're replacing the NX.
Yeah, so the NX series with the N,
They're
yeah,
replacing the MP5 with a laser series, right? Which is the
no.
NX5. Well, what? It's confusing.
This is the NX series. The NP series is a ball projector, which on sale for $39.99 is a fantastic deal for this NP5. So that's the retail for that right now. The NZ7 is actually replacing the NX series, NX7. So that is new.
Not like today though. It's been out. Isn't that the one that they announced a little bit?
Yeah, let me see here. Go back to there. So this is the NZ7.
Or they announced the whole new. Yeah, that's right. They announced the new.
Which one do you have? That's the one you have right there. You have the NZ7, right?
I have the NZ7. That's why.
Oh, so I'm confused there.
You're completely confusing me. So the
NX5, that's my apologies. Yeah, the
is
NX5
coming out to replace
correct.
The NP5, but
correct.
The NX5 is going to be a laser, so it's not going to be a bulb.
Yeah, you're correct. I'm sorry. I got that. This one right here, the NZ5. Yep.
The Ravens must be losing or something.
No, they are 10 to 13.
That's why you're confused.
You are correct. Yeah, because you have the NZ7 right now. Yeah. That one was already out. So Yeah, you're correct. It's replacing the NP5 is with the laser. Yeah, sorry about that. So
Yep.
let's see
Well,
here.
that's what happens when you name all these names so
Yeah, they're
stupid.
just confusing, man.
NBZD9, like, come on,
It's
bro.
like someone just thought, hey, we've done this great projector. What are we gonna do to the name? Just add 2 zeros behind the 9.
Yeah, yeah. And replace a letter, but only in these specific countries.
Yeah, and then when I go to the UK, I gotta think of what I'm saying because, like, what is
Yep.
that? We don't have an NC here. It's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
RS.
Yep. Yep.
So I
Yep.
wonder if the NP5, NZ5, I guess the NZ5, it's got a different exhaust here because the NZ7 exhausts from the back to the front, and the NZ5 actually the intake
Where
is
did
in the
you
front and
Are
did
you
exhaust to the back.
sharing something? Because we're just looking at the audio
I don't
advice
know why
page.
it's not sharing here. Let me try this again. Can you see that?
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. That's what we should be looking at.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so the it looks like the just the specs of the new NZ500. So
Native for. Oh, hey, is it that smaller one? That looks
Yeah, it
nicer.
is super slim, man.
yeah,
It
Mm-hmm.
is like pocket size. It's the world's smallest native 4K laser projector, whatever they marketed it as. Yeah, that was part of the communication
Damn,
that
bro.
went out.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
it is
Roll
much
that back
smaller.
up. 35%. That's nice, man. Now you're getting into like what Epson size. The question is it the same black levels?
Better be.
That's the.
It's JVC, man.
Yeah,
It's probably better.
Oh, look at that. We've got. Oh, okay. So now that's just how it is. It's either the direction of.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the direction of the exhaust, the intake
Oh,
versus
wait, so they put it at the back now instead of in the front.
well the intake is for the NZs have always been from the back.
Yeah, so
Mm.
now they swapped it around, which I
Correct.
think is better because
I
most
honestly
times the
think that's
projector is
better too
behind.
because if you're putting them in a hush box, and you need for it to be able to breathe out the front, right? I mean, you need for it to be able to breathe. So I don't know because when I built my box, I put a vent in the back, right? So I don't know. I may have to turn the fan around to blow air in there instead of sucking it out just to blow cool air in there versus because I have it to where it's sucking the air out from the back.
I think I
So
prefer the new design. I mean, for those of us that
I,
don't
I
have
do too.
hush boxes, at least you're not getting the warm air coming right in front of you. So if the projector is right above you or you're sitting in front of it, you're getting all the warm air right
Yeah,
over you. At least
and see
now
when
it's
I
going back.
when I started my construction, that's exactly how the old JVC was, and I put a vent in the top of the box in the back. So it's kind of so I may have to just turn the fan around in the I bought one of those fans from the duct fans from AC Infinity.
Yeah,
So I could just turn it
you
around
can
to
reverse it.
where,
Yeah.
yeah, turn it around to where it'll blow the air in there versus, and just, I don't want to hook it up to like an AC vent or
Well, I
anything like
guess
that
there's
because
gonna be a
the
lot of
moisture.
NZs. There's gonna be a lot of NZ7s on marketplace and the forums. If
Yep.
so, if you're looking out for one, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find someone putting theirs up for sale just so that they can buy a slimmer, more brand new
So yeah,
sevens.
that's the 80 millimeter lens there, Paul. So it's an 80 millimeter lens on this one.
Oh, okay. And that's the five. That's
That's the
the small.
five, the new
Yeah.
500.
Yeah. I was thinking. I was like, sevens and whatever. I thought bigger.
Man, the MP5 is gonna fly off the market like
Yeah.
crazy, man.
So the NZ900, I believe that one has the 100 millimeter lens. Let's see if it shows it. This one does the. I didn't see anything about the 8. Yeah, there's a 100 millimeter lens on the NZ 900. That's their $25,000 model. All
Man,
glass.
sometimes I just wish they could push out some of these new technologies as updates to the older model.
Yeah, that lens costs a ton of money to make, so I understand why it's more expensive. That optical glass is not cheap. So see, and I was correct about the NZ 800. It's got a 65 millimeter lens, so I thought it was 60, but looks like the NZ, what was it, NZ 500 might have a better lens than the NZ 800. So, but yeah, so we got some new projector.
Let's talk about CBig's new projector. The announcement that Barco announced a home
Yep.
version.
Well, I wasn't
That's-
prepared for that one, but you can pull that one up if you like.
It's on projectorcentral.com.
Yeah, it's on the same page you're looking at.
Yeah.
Here, let me post it in the.
Go ahead and pull it up.
I can't pull it up because I'm on my stupid.
Just put the link in the chat.
Yeah. You pull it up. I've got.
Let's do stop sharing, and let's do.
That's the new one.
Let me share screen again. There we go.
Yeah, those barcodes and the design is just different.
Well, yeah, those are.
How do we have a best of show winner already, and we just started?
Well, they pick that.
Yeah, because they do that. I mean, the different companies that are awarded it already made up their freaking mind. They already remember some of them are already reviewing these products, right?
Yeah. So Barco Residential, is that the one you're talking about right there?
Yep, that's residential. That's a first, not $250,000 projector.
32,000 lumens.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that's
what
cute.
Exactly are you trying to see?
Yeah.
You're competing with the sun.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Golly.
With 6,000 center lumens and up to date, I don't even know what center lumens are.
I guess that point of concentration is right there. I don't know. Sounds like
that's above my pay grade. I don't know anything about that. Yeah. Wow.
Hey, that's HDMI 2.1. That's good.
99 boast 99.5.
So this one's got the full 40
the
40
whole color gamut, man. The whole BT 2020.
Yeah. Perceivably undiscernible from 100% accurate.
Yeah. So it's got the full. It's not the faux 4K or the 30. Yep. It's the full actual resolution.
It has the whole 4096.
Yep.
4K 120 hertz playback.
And it's fairly inexpensive at 60 grand.
60 grand. Dude, that's 32.
Did you just say it's not expensive?
Well, look, we just looked at a Sony for $32,000. That's not a full 4K.
It says 10 times the lumens.
Correct.
So
you're talking about 10 times the projector for
twice the price.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's probably the one CB wants, man. Hey, CB, once you get it, man, let me know. I'm coming to Florida, man.
I'm buying two. CB's buying two of those. One for the backyard and one for the theater.
Well, he's got to double stack him because he wants 64,000 lumens.
Oh, okay. Double stack for his 400-inch screen.
Yep.
He's got a zipper to allow you to go through the door on the screen. That's how big his screen's going to be.
You got to come through the screen to get in the room. That was the only way. Yeah. Like, hold on.
you Velcro your way in and out. Oh man.
You're gonna
Yeah,
walk into the theater and need sunscreen, man.
yeah.
Try to watch a movie. Get your sunscreen.
It's like, oh man, I got a sunburn whenever I was at Seabig's house watching a movie.
Oh
Like,
goodness.
dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was
I
not
knew you
prepared
should have
for
watched
that
The Dark Knight, not the sun rising.
I didn't know Barco announced that, so thanks for letting me know that.
Hey man, I know. I thought that was the next one that you were announcing because the JVC one. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Let's share this one now.
So look at that Epson, right? The one right there on the screen, the laser projector. That's at $8,000, right?
Yeah,
which is
$8,000.
which is supposedly the LS 12,000 on steroids. Interesting choice of words there, but like, would you take this over the JVC at the price point or even similar price point? Like
So it's 2,700 lumens.
Yeah,
No,
it says
3,300
ISO lumens. 27, I guess. Oh, no,
Yeah.
no. It's
I mean, if I were going to buy one of these, I would buy the $15,000 or $16,000
JVC,
one.
right? Or
No,
the
the Epson. If the 10,000 lumens to give me the headroom that, for the full HDR experience, because I mean, look, you want to have, I think.
Which one is the 10? Because if you scroll down, the QL
This is
7000, that is
this is-
$30,000.
Yeah, this is okay. So 30,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
expensive one.
At that
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
just buy the JVC. Just buy the JVC, man.
Well,
I
that
don't know.
one is the commercial one with it's pretty bright.
Yeah, this is
But
10,000 lumens.
Like a
The QB 1000 is 3,300 lumens. They're comparing it to the LS 1200. So the $8,000 Epson is 3,300 lumens.
Right.
So, and they're known to, be most accurate on their lumens. Now,
Yeah,
obviously, calibrate it probably would still.
The LS 12,000, like we've seen multiple times, is really impressive. That stuff,
It's a fantastic projector.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, but now this is an improvement on that one.
And
For
it has
8,000, I'm like, huh.
And it has automatic tone mapping in it.
I'm like, huh.
That one does.
The 7,000 or the
the 1,000, the QB 1,000.
Yeah, the
so
7.
that one has tone mapping.
Yeah.
Yes,
it has dynamic tone mapping.
I don't think it's frame by frame. I don't know that. Yeah,
it says dynamic tone mapping right there.
Well, dynamic, but it's auto adjusting is, dynamic is just, it has a wide range of mapping. That doesn't mean it's frame by frame or, it's definitely at least movie by movie, like at the beginning of the file.
Dynamic tone mapping, frame interpolation.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So if that's the case, that means you're not going to get it's the same black levels as their older model, but you are going to get a better contrast at the bright scenes, and it is a brighter projector. So you're trying to more compare with the Sony now with the colors and stuff.
So you're saying it's a brighter LS 12,000?
Yes, it definitely is. That is exactly that. And the next step up, the QL 7000 and the whatever the heck the next version is above that, which is whatever. I think they had a 6 and a 7,000 at 6,000 and 10,000 lumens or something like that. Those do not come with lenses. You have to buy your lenses. Those are commercial or this line. The QB 1000 basically kind of touts a 200-inch screen, and the next two are like 300-inch screens, is what they're
Okay,
saying.
so the system model is the QL3000 and is rated at 6,000 ISO lumens and is
Yeah.
priced at 15 grand.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
you
So
go.
that's the next one before you get to the 7,000.
Right.
But you have to buy a $2,000 to $5,000 lens on top of that.
Come on, Epson.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the lens. Yeah, but the lenses. The good thing about the lenses is they're
You can
readily
use them
available.
for
You can
anyone,
buy
man.
them used. You can, just because of, like you said, they were in the commercial market, right? So,
Yeah, lenses
um,
already exist. The lenses are already, this isn't new technology for them.
right,
This is
Yeah,
our tried and
they've been using
true.
it in the commercial space for a long time. So
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yep.
All right, so I'm going to switch gears off of projectors. Let's go to courtesy of Theater Design Company, their YouTube page. I'm going to share this here. Let's see, share this tab instead. SVS. SVS came out with a 17-inch subwoofer. I don't know why they wouldn't just go 18.
you got to save some for next year, man.
say, I don't know why they wouldn't just go 18, but I mean, look, this thing looks pretty nice. The way the construction, they had a box cut in half here at CEDIA. These are actually pictures.
Yeah, those are massive
This is
magnets, man.
this
Look
is
at
a
those
short
magnets.
video that I just snapped some screenshots of.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Jordan has some. You might want to pull from Jordan if you want to play it. Jordan has some shorts on them.
on the SVS.
Yeah,
Oh
at
yeah.
least Jordan won't give us a copyright strike.
He might.
You never know. I'll go to Houston
Yeah,
and fight
yeah,
him.
yeah. I ain't fighting, man. I think that dude is.
Yeah, he works out too much for me.
Yeah, but check his page. I think he posted
let me
some
see.
shorts on it, and let me
Let's see if I can find him here. Where's my channel? Oh, there's the subscriptions down here. I'm not used to looking at it actually on the computer. I never watch YouTube on the computer. I always watch it on my phone.
Man, he's almost at 10,000 subscribers. It's great, man. It's like
Yeah,
300
man.
short. It's
He's
good.
he's definitely doing some things
Man,
out
he's
there for
putting in
sure.
that work, man. Yeah, but
No, he is.
he has it on there, so you can.
There we go. All right, let me share this tab instead.
Hello from Denver. This is Gary Yakubian, I'm president of SVS. I'm here with Nick Brown, our VP, and we are at CEDIA 2024 with a somewhat surprising new announcement. We do have our Ultra Revolution series speakers, which everyone's expecting to see, many for the first time. But here's our shocker. All new 17 Ultra Revolution subwoofers. Completely reimagined flagship subwoofers. There is nothing similar from 16 Ultra to 17 Ultra. All new 17-inch driver with a dual voice coil design. All new amplifier platform. It's actually a dual mono design with each amplifier driving each voice coil. So
Man,
we're
look
up
at
against
those magnets.
possible in a normal household circuit, and
Yeah,
we have
those are
extended
huge.
what's possible. All new.
All right, I'm not going to burn up his whole video.
Yeah,
He's gonna
you
be like-
guys go check out his video and show
yeah,
him some
go
love,
check
please.
out. Yeah,
He'll
make
like
sure you
that
go
video
check
for
out his
Jordan.
channel. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Jordan's a cool guy. Yeah.
So make sure we check that out. I can go back here to. Let's see. Am I sharing still? Sorry, I hit the button, not the share. Share screen.
Oh, yeah, you gotta rejoin. Okay.
Yep, there we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, I mean, these are some pictures, some still pictures that I took from a video, from someone's video there. So interested to see what they look like. Staying on the subwoofer page, I don't have any pictures or anything like that, but on Shane Lee's page, he had, looks like a pamphlet of per listen, and it looks like they're coming out with some on-wall subs, probably directed toward
On-wall subs.
probably
Like-
direct it towards let's see,
Waveforming?
like waveforming and art, you know. So or art, yeah. So let's see if I can pull up his page here. YouTube. Go down to Shane Lee. But yeah, he had made some announcements of that community. Here we go. Share this instead. So courtesy of Shane Lee, everyone. Looks like some new audiophile in-room on-wall subwoofers.
Damn.
Like how? Why? Like
They're using
your
8-inch
room gotta be
drivers,
properly built, man.
8.5-inch drivers. So like I said, probably more geared towards the I would say
Waveforming.
waveforming or direct art.
It'll make a nice bass shaker, man.
Yeah, so you put those things right behind your couch or right underneath your underneath your couch.
I want because you could just put them right under.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
But in pearlescent fashion, they're not gonna be cheap, man.
yeah, no, I they're not going to be inexpensive at all. But you know, you're going to get a good quality sub
And
for
it's
sure.
3 8-inch drive woofers. Wow.
Yeah. What's the SVS have? 9-inch woofers,
Dual 9.
dual nines, and it's only 5.5 inches deep.
Yes, I mean it's sitting on your wall, right? So
Yeah.
you don't want it. Yeah,
So you
that's gonna
could
be.
put it in. You could put it in the wall.
Yeah, you can build a cubby like you did, like just cut off your drywall and put it inside because it's sealed, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's completely sealed. You can put it in a cubby.
Yeah.
Just cut up your drywall like you would do in an in wall, and then seal the inside completely like you did, and just let it sit in there. Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then last thing that I really wanted to cover was Lumigen. So Lumigen is making a comeback. They are actually at CEDIA and a lot of the booths again this year. So they have a new processor coming out. It's going to support 8K, which and 2.1, which currently the models do not support. So this is exciting. This is definitely going to be an easy upgrade for me.
I was just about to ask, you gonna get it so I can buy the old one you have, and you
Yeah,
probably
this
want to
is.
keep that.
They have
one,
they're going to have a trade in. He was on Giles' show the other day. So
Oh,
if you
come on, don't
haven't,
trade it and just buy a new one, man. You love Lumigen, bro. Come on.
Yeah, you
So
can too. And
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
so
I could sell it
buy
to
the
you.
other
I
one.
could sell it.
Yeah,
You
I could
know,
buy it in a 6-month payment
man,
plan.
I know you think you've got that thing for like $300.
I wish. I wish.
I could do a PayPal pay in
The thing I like
6.
about this new one is it's got it's got 8 inputs, so you can use it as a switcher, and then also it's got 2 outputs also, so
That's nice.
I can send it to two different areas, right? So if I want to, and then you should have preset settings, right? So I can use it for my television, and then I can also use it for my projector. So you should be able to switch back and forth between the two.
Now, will it still be a closed system, or will they be opening up the adjustments or whatnot? You know?
I don't think they're changing anything as far as like the GUI or anything like that. I listened to most of the interview.
I guess the question is it fully closed? Like you can't even log into it and figure it out, or is it, hey, you got to be like a guru and understand applications and XML configs or Java, JSON, or whatever.
Fortran 77 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not technical enough to answer that question for you, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
no problem. I was just like, because there's a lot
Yeah.
of
I mean, look, you got to use a flash drive to update it and stuff like that. You have to
yeah.
download the
That's
file
that,
and
Yeah,
that's normal.
that's pretty standard, right? Projectors
Yeah.
are still like that, right?
That's how
Right.
you do everything. It's just you do the NVIDIA. I mean, except for things that have network cards,
right, right.
Yeah, most people turn off auto updates anyways, so
Mm-hmm.
or even internet access for some of these types of devices.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what this thing can actually do. Should have a
That'll be nice, man. Yeah, that'll be nice. We got.
Interesting.
So David B, if you can pop that up, David B says, I don't see the point of a video processors anymore. It's not like the bad days when you had a bunch of really desperate and bad sources needed fixing.
Well,
So I mean, there is it's more for tone mapping, and the features that come with it. So your televisions right now, I mean, if you're going to talk about true HDR, your televisions can't hit the 4 and 5,000 nits that, or your projectors for that matter, to either they can't hit the 4 and 5,000 nits to get the true HDR. So what the processor does is it scales it down and makes it come out
SDR, right? And basically
right.
makes it look
Correct.
good.
Yeah.
and I get it. We have, especially with, like things that have the dynamic tone mapping in the projectors and stuff. But what these do, I get it, because I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I don't need to see the sharpest, brightest cloud or the darkest. It depends on your, I want to see everything in that pitch black room, or hey, I'm supposed to kind of not really see what's going on. That's the whole point of the dark scene.
Yep.
Whatever. It depends on. But these video processors, if they're doing exactly what they are at the best, that it does exactly that. It basically, since it tone maps, it continually and constantly keeps your contrast consistent, regardless if you're reaching the limit of your lumens or your black level floor. To make everything more visible, for lack of better terms. If you can set an Epson to see really good black levels and good contrast, but then whenever you do like a really bright background sun scene, you're gonna just barely be able to maybe see the clouds or something in the background, and these help that further. And the only reason that they don't put them already in there, because you see how much these cost. Sure, they're way more, but you're talking, even if you just put the components into a projector, it would add another $5,000, $3,000 just in like parts and logistics for everything. And they're just trying to get it good enough on all these products. So, and it adds this thing you can do, and we've seen this, right? We've seen it even on on a cheap Epson versus even the highest in JVC, except for the true blackest of black levels, makes the Epson look better. It's like, that's saying a lot, because you're talking about
So Giles had a really good interview with the owner of Lumigen, and I mean, it showed one of the key features of the Lumigen here is this where is it at? Direct control CMOS screen excellent screen masking. So Chuck, this is going to fit right into your wheelhouse. So it's going to adjust your screen masking on the fly
you
for
just,
those
you just sold
like
that.
real time.
You better, I guarantee you. I would buy
real
that.
time.
If I was him, I would see. Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's going to adjust it right on the fly. make sure you go over and check out Giles McCoy's channel and that interview with Jim. It's a he did a demonstration of it, and it's excellent actually. So, but yeah, it was literally adjusting on the fly. He had it changing aspects ratios
in the movie.
to during while a
Does it
movie was
just
being played. So
now does it just do that based on well? But now the question is, because you know it's going to be asked, what about IMAX movies that have adjustable frame? Obviously, you're not going to have a screen that goes. Maybe in the future we will, but like a magnetic masking that's instant, like. But what would it?
I mean, it's really quick.
Yeah, with what they showed, it was really
fast.
quick. And remember, these things when it's processing, right? There's a couple of milliseconds of delay, right? So it knows what is coming ahead as it's processing whatever you're watching, right? So, but what I saw was it wasn't like, oh, well, it was 10 seconds behind. No, it went wide, and it was kind of
Yeah, but
interesting.
if you're in a movie that's aspect changing, you might have it'll go from cinescope to 16 by 9, let's say, for an IMAX movie, for lack of better. I know it's not, so all you mathematical perfectionists, don't. Yeah, okay, you got an inch extra, a black bar on the top, whatever. But it would take me out of the movie to have a screen go. Because I've seen the auto masking screen.
I mean, if you're watching in the dark room, right? Those velvets, because I have the manual CMOS masking, the one you put by yourself with the magnets.
Mm-hmm.
When my lights go out, you don't see that thing. It's made with the same velvet as the borders of the screen. So
well, no, I know that, but okay. So you're watching The Dark Knight. You have black bars top and bottom. Yeah. But then all of a sudden, the whole screen will be an image. It's not going to sit there and mask right in the middle of the movie and go, oh, hold on, I've got 3 seconds of the sky view that I got to show in full IMAX, like full screen.
Yeah.
What's it going to do with that? Is it going to like, okay, I'm going to have gray bars for a few seconds? Because you will notice that if all of a sudden you're seeing the velvet, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, what? Why do I have a gray bar? And then all of a sudden it fills up.
Remember, you're not seeing the velvet, right? Because the lights are turned off, except if you're watching with ambient light, right?
You're not understanding what I'm saying. You're going to see the gray bars that appear
as it's moving, right?
Before, because now I have black velvet. I don't see the black velvet. I know that, but I'm cinescope. But IMAX is 16 by 9 relative. Well, I'm either going to miss the full height of that one scene, or for 3 seconds, oh, what? Fuck, I got gray bars growing all of a sudden.
Hey, we're going to have to
Or you're going to have gray bars in the whole movie.
We're going to have to wait for Chuck to buy it to test it so we can see.
That's all I'm saying. How would you decide in a movie that has changing aspect ratios?
But how many of those movies still exist, right?
Courtesy of Giles, go over and check out his page, okay? So it's going to show you very quickly how fast it is. So I'm not going to play any sound or anything like that.
Fast it's as fast as a Seymour can be. I mean, I know how fast they are.
Yeah, so it's gonna go through a couple different aspect ratios right here. So
yeah, it's pretty quick. It's it's not like instant, but it's. Bzz,
bzz, so you see what it's doing.
Bzz, yeah.
So now it's going to change, various.
Yeah, and I know, I mean, if you watch the actual video.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, on the laptop you would see the actual.
It was just a question because I know someone's going to ask. Okay, what happens if I have an IMAX movie that basically goes from?
I mean, we don't have it in for review, so we can't speak to that. Yeah. Right? We're just touching base. So if you have any questions, you're probably gonna have to wait.
In 99% of your movies, that's awesome. You're gonna have, if it's just a straight regular non-aspect changing movie, Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there are very
cool.
few movies that have those immediate,
Yeah.
quick that would
Hmm.
require what the use case you're describing, right? So if it works for 10 movies and it doesn't work for one or two, probably shouldn't lose sleep. But
No.
Yeah.
people will lose sleep over anything.
Well, it'll be a question. It will be a question because,
Yeah,
yeah, if you're watching, The Dark Knight, and you go to the city scene, you
Right.
get that awe of, oh wow, now this is big because the height gives you that sense of
Yeah.
scale, And if all of a sudden you just have these towers that are cut off because you're just looking at the, it's like, oh wait, what?
So I
And you
think
might
that's
not even
all in
notice if
adjusting
you've
your
never.
screen though too, right? Because if you choose your screen and do a constant height screen, basically, I always say get the biggest 16:9 screen that you can and mask down, right? If you don't like how big it is, you can mask it down, right? So that way you can do those variable aspect ratios, like you said, because the 16:9 is going to be the constant height no matter what. You're
yeah.
just going to be expanding on the widths, basically.
And the thing is,
So
the Lumigen might be able to even work faster, but it's only going to work as quickly as Seymour makes their screens to work well, right? So who knows? Seymour might come out with a better, more improved masking system.
But the Lumigen may on those just say, hey, we're not going to mask down, or we'll mask down like the little bitty it, and then
right.
they'll do true color blocking if they can, because some of the
I mean,
project,
you could just do the full nonlinear stretch to
To
yeah,
do,
cover that
you know,
distance.
to
Yeah.
cover the whole 16:9, and I would never change the aspect
Because
ratio.
honestly, man, I never realized how annoying those black bars were, man, until
Yep.
I started using my masking. The difference is so crazy. Like, you think,
it is
oh,
it
you
is
think you can
huge. I
live
was
with
like, wow,
those.
that's a
Yeah, you
huge
think you
difference.
can live with those bars, but once you
You don't
put a
even think
mask
about it.
in,
It's
yeah,
Dude,
it was
I bought a
shocking.
Denon. I specifically bought my Denon 6300 because it said that it could get rid of my black bars. But then I read that it couldn't do it in HDR and stuff like that. So it was only an SDR. So, but yeah, it could process to where it would get rid of the black bars. And that's the same thing with the Mad VR. That's the same thing with the Lumigen. You can actually mask in the JVC too. So you
yeah.
can set it up to mask and that also. But
I wonder if you can do
I
that.
mean,
That would be interesting.
I lost you there. What'd you say?
Yeah, your
I
mic cut
said, I
off
wonder
there.
if you can do that in the new Epson.
Not sure. Not
Hmm.
sure.
Probably not, but that would be interesting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. I haven't tried to do that. I did set the auto ratio where you push a button and you can switch the ratios on the. But I haven't tried. I don't know if the NZ7 has the masking. I need to check and see.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay.
Some of the older
It
projectors
it
have it too.
really helps. It helps with your contrast, and it makes
Yeah.
your black levels look even better.
And,
I
and
mean,
and my wife actually had an interesting thing. She said it made the 16:9 screen even look better because when you put the panels, it's in 2:3. She said that actually looked better than just having a 16:9. I was like, oh, okay. Didn't think of it that way. And this
Yeah.
is without the projector on. So
I
just,
need I need I need to. I haven't done the panels yet. The masking panels. I need to make some.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
you have the Seymour
you would
screen, right?
appreciate it.
Do you have a
And
Seymour
Oh
screen?
yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully when you were ordering yours, they added the magnets for you because that's the challenge I had when I ordered mine. I think when you order, you pay an extra $70, and they build the magnets in for the masking, right?
Yeah.
But because I didn't do that, because I didn't know, and you can't even find it on the website. You got to read the finer details to be able to see it.
right.
They had to send me the magnets, and I had to go in there and start maneuvering with the velvet, and at the end of the day, it's not the cleanest look. So you might want to try to take like a piece, like I don't know, a piece of metal, try to move it around the frame, see if it holds up. anywhere, then lucky you. Else else they would have to send you the magnets, and you have to go and fix them at specific positions, top and the sides for the magnet. But once you get it, that thing is so powerful, it's not moving.
I think honestly, you could just use a piece of foam board and insert the magnets into the foam board, and you can probably just on the back of the screen just tack it, in place or close to a frame
So
area.
there's a way you have to put it, the magnets, right? Because when you put the masking panel, it has to sit in a particular way so
Right.
that it's not one.
Yeah,
It's
they actually use
both
guitar
are
picks to
aligned.
jam it
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and yeah, so you want them to be kind of properly aligned. You don't want it popping out in any type of way and all that.
Right.
So
Mhm.
yeah, it took some work, but we figured it out and put it there to work. But yeah, it makes a lot of difference. Like it didn't make any sense,
Yeah.
So it's good. If you've never tried it, if you got $500, take a look. At least for the manual ones, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you have to go.
I think you can build them a lot
$3,000.
cheaper. You could probably get it for a third of that cost to do it. Um, you know, but I mean, if you're gonna buy the
If
screen,
you have $500, just buy it.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
it's
I
probably
agree.
cleaner to just do that.
So I mean, the thing about me is I would want it to be, if I'm going to buy a masking system, I'm going to want it to be motorized. I don't want to have to get up and put it on and do this and that and everything
Yeah,
else like that.
I
So
agree.
I know there's somebody. I was watching somebody the other day. They're working on motorized masking.
Build
Um,
Montage has been working on something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
build montage. Yep, exactly. Yep, yeah. So he's been working on doing motorized
Man, the
masking.
dude wrote the scripts and everything, man. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow,
he
that's
engineered the whole
different.
thing. Yep, exactly. Yep. So
Like
you
I
guys have
love movies, but I don't think I love any movie that much to go through all that hassle. I mean, I'm gonna end up watching Black Hawk Down, Sounds of Music, just like my favorite movies. Like, but it's good, man. It's good.
if you're a video file, those things really matter though. I mean, once you see the masking panels and stuff like that, it is a ginormous difference. It really is. So
It brings you into that
Yeah.
feel even more, because it's kind of like if you've ever watched an OLED that's calibrated, that thing just disappears. Like you're not seeing anything but that screen. You're like, wow, like dang.
Man, David, I can't wait for my YouTube channel to blow, man, so I can get IMAX to build me one, man. That's crazy, man. Build your personal home cinema.
yeah, I remember uh, seeing something a while back to where it was somebody was advertising like build a full IMAX theater, IMAX home theater.
For like
I
what,
can't remember
35, for
where.
like 3,500.
Like it was like 40,000, something like that. It was just that they would put together a so-called IMAX home theater. That's how they advertised it.
For only
Uh,
40,000?
yeah, I mean, but it was like it wasn't true IMAX.
Yeah,
But
it has to be like
You're
Facebook
not getting
Marketplace type stuff.
IMAX, projectors or
That's like
anything
the
like that.
lowercase IMAX, man. The I is
Yeah.
lowercase.
We went to buy some IMAX equipment and stuff like that, and you can't even buy it. It's proprietary stuff. They literally make the people taking it down break the lenses and stuff with hammers and BBs.
So I'm going to present a question here since we're talking about how much an IMAX theater is. Cost no object. Paul, what's your theater setup? Speakers, projectors, cost no object. Amps.
Cost no object. I wouldn't give a shit about any of the equipment. Not one fuck. Not one iota. I would have an outdoor like Coliseum type of thing and a big bar in the back that would have a stage with live audience. I wouldn't give a
I'm
shit
pretty
about
sure
the
you wouldn't be
We're
watching
talking
movies.
about a
whatever.
home theater,
We're talking
Paul,
about a home theater, Paul.
not an
Not
amphitheater.
your widest fantasy.
Yeah,
Because you're not gonna be watching
that's
movies there. This is not
yeah.
Spartacus, bro.
I mean, cost no object. I mean that you would just have exactly. Uh, I mean, yeah, I would just go as big as I could get. I would get like a 300-inch screen with some sort of Christie projector, and just because of ease of integration, not because I think it sounds that much more amazing, like some sort of Trinov or equivalent processor, or there's a new brand. Chana just made a video about it. What's that brand? I would maybe just go with that brand.
Accurus, or whatever.
Accurus Muse,
Yeah.
or no, the Act 20. Yeah,
Act 20, yeah, and do something like that, and whatever, no big deal. I would just do, I would get probably, ATI amps and some Krell 2 channel. Just, if cost is no object, all you're doing is buying to show off to other people. And like, oh, look at all the
right.
cool equipment. So, I mean, I would, and then as far as like speakers, yeah, I wouldn't even go like per listen, or maybe for the 2 channel I would do something that would be super bougie, if you would, $100,000 known speakers. But I would just go full pro cinema everything. It would be a commercial. I don't even know if I'd go. I probably would have to go like Trinoff for the processor or something like that,
Right.
or Accurus. But everything else would just be straight up just pro cinema. It would be Meyer sound type of stuff. It would be capable of, everything. And as far as the subwoofers and stuff like that, yeah, I would legitimately just do something like Deep Sea Sound, like a brand that goes lower than actual cinema.
Right.
I wouldn't want to go too large. At most, I would, again, this is cost no object. At most, I would do some sort of like 3-seat, something like the cowboy inspired. I wouldn't do that. I would do something else. But
I just want to know what David is thinking here, man. 3 stories tall.
So David says he's not. He had to go find the article, but IMAX will actually build you a home theater starting at $400,000. Yeah, I remembered seeing something somewhere.
yeah,
And then
there you
and
go.
of course
And
we
if
got
I knew
I got a
about that,
drywall
yeah.
shot from Fred across the bow. I'd send a drywall guy to Don's house. So, but yeah,
Cost no object.
Good
That is all
Lord.
it would be. Like, I would hire a drywall guy. No, you know what? That would be what was messed up. Don would have $1 billion worth of equipment, but he'd be like, "Man, I just can't pay someone to do drywall, man."
it ain't about
I-
paying somebody. I mean, it's the fact that I want to do it.
You know what they
More
say with
or less, I
friends
wanna
like
do
this,
it.
you don't need enemies. That is exactly what Fred is.
Well, part of the reason is because I got a quote, and obviously it was a while ago, right? It was pre-COVID and stuff like that. I got a quote to do the whole damn wall, the whole damn thing for like $4,500, and then I got people that just want to come here and hang 10 pieces of drywall for $6,000 now. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'd rather do it myself.
Yeah, but back to the question though.
Yeah. What about you, Ike?
I will go with Steinway Linda for everything. I might ask them to make me a custom processor that can do like the train of more channels, because I think the one they have is the MP60. I don't think it can do that many.
Yeah, well, the MP60 is the Lindorf one. The Steinway is a different version,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, any of them, but they're for the Lindorf. But yeah, everything will be Steinway Lindorf combination.
Yeah.
That will be it.
The open baffles.
Everything.
The open
like,
baffle speakers.
Yep.
Those are gorgeous.
Those are, I mean, it's kind of nostalgic for me. I grew up with some of them, but I love them. To me, and they're some of the cleanest sounds I've ever ever listened to.
Yeah.
Some of the cleanest. And then Projector, definitely Christie, man.
Christy Griffin.
Anything they got. Anything they got. You know, and yeah, that would be some dream come true, but I don't even think I need to win the lottery to go with Steinway Lindorf. You know,
No,
if I can
I mean, they're
ever,
not cheap, but they're
not cheap,
you know,
but they're well built and they just sound
Yeah.
great.
and actually they're some of the first one wall speakers that I've ever seen that are really, really nice and sound really good. You know,
Yep.
so they I know the on wall speakers have recently picked up in production for a lot of different companies now, but they do make a very nice on wall speaker.
But
I would have to agree with I would have to agree with you.
Tell us what your lineup would be if you didn't have any cost limitations. What kind of speaker brands will you go with? You know, but yeah, I think Steinway Lindorf. That's the one, man.
Yeah.
That's
No, I would have to agree with you on that. The Steinway for the speakers. As far as processor, I would probably do the Trinoff. What is it? 40. I think it goes up to 64, something like that. You know, but I think I only need around. I probably only need the next step down, like in the 40s. So, you know, something like that. Subwoofer wise, I would love to have about 8 of those D215s, the per listen 8 215s. Those are, and then to handle infrasonics, obviously you got to go with the 50, right? You got to go with the Ascendo 50.
You'd have to have 4 Ascendo 50-inch subs, just to get rid of the nulls, you know.
Yeah. So for infrasonics, definitely got to go with the big boy there. Projector. I'm impartial
how
to.
close would you have the 50s from you, man? Because
I mean, if I had a choice,
they gotta be like 10 feet away from me, man.
Those would be the near field. One per
hell
seat.
no.
One couch per person, you know.
I mean, the perfect size for a home theater for
I don't
me.
want to have a couple more.
You know, the perfect size for a home theater for me is technically that the guy that we went to. I went to Chirpy's house at M-Wave. It was about 30 feet deep, 27 feet deep, 3 rows, dug down, 200-inch screen. I mean, it was a fantastic theater. It really was. Aesthetically, I really enjoyed that theater. I thought that it was, you know, one of the better theaters that I've aesthetically wise that I've been in, you know. So I would definitely probably try to model exactly what he did. Try to bring that up right now. So let's see. Share screen. Share that screen for me.
Yep. Pulling it up now.
Yep. So 3 rows, something like that. Just, I mean, that's ideal for me. I don't need anything bigger than that. You know, I would want to have several sets of side surrounds and you know.
And that is the LS 12,000, right?
I would want 5 wide though.
The LS 12,000, right?
Yes.
Yeah. As far as his projector, yep. I would want 5 wide if cost was no object.
What was the size of his screen again? 200?
200 inch. Let me see if I can get to it. There it is, right there.
Woo! Well, man.
That's nice.
I mean,
that's nice.
Just a gorgeous theater, man. I mean, he did a fantastic job.
That one.
And by the way, he took 3 years to do this one too. So, Just putting that out there.
Whatever. We believe you. Whatever helps you
So.
sleep at night.
But yeah, I mean, just a gorgeous.
You're not. So you're saying yours is gonna be as good as this?
I'm
if
hoping
not-
the aesthetics and stuff turn out just as well as this. To be honest with you, I mean,
Well, a year of that was just the foundation. If you just are building a platform, that you minus a year all right there on that. I mean, come on now. There was a lot of labor in this.
No, yeah, he was hand digging sub pumps out of this thing. Yeah, no, it's like my hat's off to him. He,
dude.
Yeah,
I do all of that.
And even the outside of the theater is beautiful too. I mean, this is the room leading into the theater.
Yeah, that's nice. That is nice.
Man, I do all that, and my wife would just go watch The Reach Also Cry, Mexican soap opera from 1968. Like that isn't even 2.1.
Nah,
It's like
you have this 200-inch screen, and all the kids are watching their movies on the iPads right in front of you. Yeah, they're not even looking at the screen. They're all like this, watching their own thing. Like you got gigantic movie screen, and they're all like watching it. What are we watching? Oh.
So Richard says that he would install Theory Pro Audio, which I've heard a lot of good things about Theory. So that's an excellent choice. Also, they're fully active speakers too.
Yep.
So, but yeah, no, it's definitely, something like that. Something of that caliber, the Stein, Lindorf Steinway speakers. The same thing with the amps. Lindorf Steinway amps.
Yeah,
the noise floor on those are super low.
And I
on
like
those.
the color aesthetics of their products, man. They just look good.
All right, we just got to bring it up now. Yeah.
Yeah, some of their subwoofers are interesting to look at, but like the BW series of the subwoofers, I'm like, huh.
Let's see. I mean, look at this thing.
Ooh. Damn. Yeah, those look good. I haven't looked at their stuff in ever. Holy crap.
If money isn't a limit, bro, I would have like 24 of those just standing in my living room, bro. In my theater.
Look at that sound bar.
Just look at the sound bar. Just look how they build a sound bar, for God's sake.
That's crazy. Damn, man.
Let's see.
Look at that, bro.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous.
Just look at that. I won't even put that behind any wall. Nothing.
No, you got to show those speakers.
This thing's gonna be all over, staring you right in the face.
And I'm sure you can get it in any color, so you could get it in white that would match your,
Yeah, look at the ones on beside the projector screen right there.
Yeah, those. I was looking at those. Is there a catalog is showing up in there? Let's get the full pictures.
3. Yeah, let me see.
You probably do. Let me see if I can find.
What are those 8-inch drivers?
There's on wall, in wall, on wall, in wall. Let's look at those in walls. So there's 3. The IW66s. Looks like there's 3 motion tweeters there, all angled at different angles. That looks pretty awesome. I've not even seen those before.
What are the
See if you can find the specs. It probably is.
Yeah, what are the drivers? The mid drivers in those.
There you go.
Just look at
triple AMT tweeters focus with a focusing array.
Focusing
design, man.
With 3 points of cancellation. No, it looks like it could be very, very wide dispersion there. Powerful.
6 mid-range drivers, reaching 120 dB.
loud as you would need it.
So we got
Oh, there we go. The specs. The specs. 24 10-inch drivers. No. What is it? Doesn't even tell you.
It doesn't show you what
What's the width? What's the width? 35
Probably need the fact
centimeters.
sheet.
Dimensions. 350. Ooh, yeah. That's,
There's a PDF there.
home cinema. Let's just go to something else. Front speakers.
yeah.
Steinway and Sons, man.
Yeah. There you go. Look at those over here.
Yeah, those are pretty nice. They're like wisdom audio
Yep.
type.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. Line array tweeters.
Nice.
So yeah, those are definitely a thing of beauty. I definitely like the looks of those.
I heard them growing up. You can't go wrong with them, man. Just stuck with me ever since, man. Look at those Model A's, man.
No. Oh, is that the amp in the center there?
The Model D, kind of like
Yeah.
almost set up like the electrostats from Martin Logan, but with an open baffle.
The Neoliths.
Yeah, that is not kid friendly, man.
No. Could you imagine all the fingerprints all over that thing?
Oh,
but they definitely are gorgeous.
Did they throw in a free Steinway piano?
You probably get one if you buy a couple. You should.
I don't know. Those Steinway pianos are not
cheap.
inexpensive either.
You think those speakers are expensive? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know somebody that bought one, and it was
wow.
triple figures. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those things are
it was
joke.
Triple figures for that thing.
Yep, and they probably bought it used. Maybe.
So, I think it was a demo model from the floor, but yeah, it was still triple figures.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right on that with the speaker choice there.
There you go. Look, you got a free one right there.
The pinnacle of grand.
You got a few piano right there.
Concerto Grands.
Yeah. So yeah, let's look at the processor. Head unit processor.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I don't think I've even seen anybody's home theater like on YouTube that has Steinways, man.
Dude, nobody's gonna show off their.
Nobody. If you have it, you're not putting it on YouTube.
Yeah,
no,
you don't.
They don't watch YouTube.
Audio.
You know what the percentage of people that are millionaires and billionaires that watch YouTube and television are? It's like less than like 1%.
Yeah.
They go straight to the concert.
And there you go.
So yeah, I stopped sharing there. Just go right back to us. But yeah, no, I mean, cost no object. So, Richard says, have you looked at the wisdom?
Are you saying cost no object? You just build the one you're building. It would just take less time.
No. Cost no object. I would definitely go with Steinway. Everything. I would go with a higher processor though. I wouldn't go with their processor. I'd probably go with the Trinoff just to be able to get.
Said I would ask them to see if they can build me a better one.
Yeah, to have more channel count.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no. I would want, I would want to set up to where I can have an Oro set up on the top along with a Atmos setup, and then it would just automatically switch between the speakers. Right.
I know Fred will go with his Klipsch, man. Oh, some Bose. Fred loves his Bose. So.
Yeah, and I think 200-inch screen would probably be big enough. In like a
Yeah,
25.
how many rows you got? You'd probably have to do like if you did 5 wide, you'd want like 300-inch screen, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
But it depends on how deep your theater is. If you're just doing 2 rows, yeah, maybe 2
Yeah.
rows. 4 seats across or 3 seats across. 3 seats across 2 rows makes more sense. 5 rows across 3 rows makes more sense. But then matching screen really stretched that out. Man, I'm gonna have to get a purple mic cover just so I can.
You gotta match Ike you just want some Raven colors too. That's what you want, right? So,
No, I would do a different color. But
speaking of the Ravens, it's 17-20 right now, and
I know.
Are they backleading?
Well, not
Oh.
anymore.
Oh shit, that's a touchdown, wide open, right down, right past the cover too. So it's not 17-20 no more. It's 27.
Yeah, Dave, electrostatic speakers are really good, man. I don't know if I can listen
for home
to them.
theater. I don't
know
if I
can
would do
listen to
them
them for long. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would listen to them for like. I think I would easily get fatigued. It's one of those things where I will go listen to it at somebody's and enjoy it, but I don't know if I'll come home and want to listen to it for 6 months.
So, as far as a 2-channel setup, absolutely all day. As far as a home theater setup, I think the dispersion pattern's a little too narrow to cover seat to seat to seat. I know Ryan had a setup like that. I never heard it prior to him
It
changing
sounded
anything.
really good. I don't think there was anything to complain about. But
Oh, really?
once he got his, like, I don't know. It's just hard to explain. It wasn't like it was horrible. It was a good, it was still a good experience, good theater. But his new Ascend, setup, yeah, that's like, okay, yeah, this is good. Like, this is legitimately good. Not that the other one wasn't legitimately good. It's just like, okay, this is inspiring. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I like this one. This is good setup. So.
Well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up a little bit early tonight. But if you would like to be a guest on the show, please reach out to hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. Please don't forget to subscribe to Ike's channel and also to my channel. What's the process going on with those 3D printed diffusers you got going on, Paul? Any update on that?
Oh, I'm done with that. I'm actually in the process of doing a, this, which goes on the back of a, your receiver hitch. And let me see if I can demo this real quick. I'm doing it with one hand. Maybe. I don't even know if you can see this.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay.
I think
very nice.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to see it.
Yeah, it's lighting up like a reddish color. Yep.
Yeah. Probably better if I did this.
Green and try green color or something.
Well, it's going to act as a brake light, right?
Yeah, it's a brake light.
Yeah.
There, let me see if it.
Your camera's like sliding up on you here.
I know. It's like it usually follows me perfect. But now that I'm trying to get it to demo something, it's like, oh no. And I'm trying not to short this power source out. But anyways, okay.
All right, there we go. Nice.
Yeah, it'll anyways, I gotta update it and it'll be way better looking. But as far as those, 2.0 is going to be a lot better as far as the sound panels. I'm really
Where can we place orders for those cup holders?
I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do a couple things. One, I got the full sound panel, but I'm going to do more of, I think, Joe, and I had this idea, but I'm like, yeah, I thought about that too. And Joe mentioned it. I was like, okay, yeah, that's if I just do like sconce, like light covers, I could just send out like one type of deal, or something like that. But the other thing that I'm thinking is trying to do like a poster size one poster that just lights up,
That would be
like,
cool.
and more of an art instead of like the more focused on the
What's the
art.
biggest area that you can print? I mean, like with this printer, how far will it?
It's not very big, 250 millimeters
Okay.
cubed. So that's why you have to get creative and you do the design in this gigantic thing, and then you slice it up to where they all slide
All men together. Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Unless you had like $50,000, then you could get one a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Does anyone use those the Pixel Gen THX cable Richard is referring to? I've never tried them. He was asking, why don't we feature?
The Pixel Gen THX cables. I've never looked at them, but that's
Never
just
looked at
definitely
them,
something
but
that
yeah,
we can
we'll
look at here.
Oh, they're not. Oh wait, okay. I saw the price of the cheaper one, and then I looked up. I was about to say, oh, they're not bad, and then I looked like, oh, okay, still not bad. For optical cables. I'm just taking a look at the website. But
What's
yeah,
their highest price?
No, well, I think I just saw one that says starting at $300 for a long run though.
Oh,
Or
well,
24
that's
feet, not bad. And 33 feet at 350. 49
yeah,
feet at 400.
yeah, that's the going price. That's pretty cheap, actually.
Yeah, that's for optical fiber cables. Oh, it's actually
We'll have to
hybrid.
look up and compare some existing what's new to go over.
Yeah, we can take a look at it next week.
Yeah.
And do we have any guests next week? Yeah, we'll
We
probably get
got
a lot
we
because a lot
got
of
Richard,
guys.
right?
Yeah, a lot of guys will be coming back from CEDIA also, so we'll probably get a couple of people.
Which day do we have Jeff's brother?
On the 19th. Let
Okay.
me check
Oh,
So
my
yeah.
email.
Yeah, that's
So next week, as of right now, we don't have anyone. I'm trying to secure someone that was supposed to be on the show prior that unfortunately had hurricane issues and stuff like that. So trying to secure that. I do have a special guest coming up in October that will be a very good guest. He hosts a show that he's going to put all of us to shame as soon as he opens his mouth on the microphone, and I'm just going to hand over my I guess lead to him because he's going to talk and it's going to be like, yeah, he's got a radio voice. He should be doing this. So, but
Okay,
yeah,
well,
so
thanks for letting me know. I'll call in sick that day. And
exactly.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say his name, but I'll call in sick.
No, we're not going to jinx it right now, but just to make sure, because that's what has happened in the past. But he's set up for October 10th right now. So he does go to bed rather early, so we have to get right to his theater tour and introduce his show, get right to his theater tour. But that's not a problem whatsoever. So all right, guys, if you would like to be a guest on the show, please, or even if you would like to suggest a topic, as Richard just did, please send us an email to hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. We'd love for you guys just to come on and chit chat with us. I know today was a little bit about CEDIA, and didn't have a tour for you, unfortunately, but hopefully we can get somebody booked for next week, and we can pick right back up with the tours, because I do enjoy the tours. I actually got a comment on my channel, a couple comments on my channel for the tour that we did with Raphael, and talking about how much they enjoyed the actual show last week. So thanks again for everyone that was in the chat today. Appreciate it. Please subscribe to Ike's channel and please subscribe to my channel. Paul,
And next week I'll bring my radio voice just for those that want to hear it, baby.
Okay, Barry White. On that note, let's hang up before people get creeped out.
I know. See you guys next week. Bye.
Later.